I have something called a congenital heart defect. I feel like my heart defect brought up like a lot of insecurities because my scar runs pretty deep down my chest. So wearing like certain shirts, I am able to tell when people are like looking down at my scar. But at camp, everyone has a scar.
Our founder, Doug Hertz, was on the board of Camp Sunshine, which is our partner for children with cancer. And they lost their campsite to the lung association that had a camp called Camp Breathe Easy. And Doug had the idea of, why are we competing against other sick kids? What if we build something that these groups can use together, almost like a timeshare? And really, that's how Camp Twin Lakes was born.
We call it the pyramid model. I mean, there's only 40 people that work year-round at camp. We're really the umbrella and the integrator of 70 organizations and enablers of their work.
It's the kids, it's the volunteers, it's the camp staff, it's, everybody is in this environment that we're all growing and learning to love and serve each other.
A lot of people think about overnight camp as a fun week in the summer with just kids. At Camp Twin Lakes, we are open year-round because we serve families of kids as well as kids themselves, all of whom have some kind of either medical illness, developmental disability, or other life challenge.
And it doesn't matter if it's cancer, if it's diabetes, or if it's that they have an incarcerated parent. It's about bringing people together who don't have to explain the differences.
As a kid, you want to feel normal, you want to fit in, you want to just be like everybody else. And so being at camp, I got to experience that. I never had to explain anything about my heart defect. I was just surrounded by other people that just understood.
You can thrive even when sick, right? And when they're at camp, even if they're being pulled around in a wagon because they're so tired and doing chemotherapy or treatments or whatever it is, having that experience and smiling and just loving it is really vital for campers and volunteers and staff to really see the dignity of that.
We still are able to do things like go to the pool, we're still able to rock climb, so maybe there's extra water brought to an activity, or maybe we pack up a session early because we want to go get some shade. It's just small adjustments like that where it's you don't have to necessarily ask for them, it's just understood.
When people learn of what I do for a living, they kind of do the head tilt and the aw, But when you get there, it's about kids. It's about kids having fun. You don't see the illness first. You don't see the disability first. You see kids coming down the zip line and going canoeing and going horseback riding and all of those things.
One of my favorite pictures of camp is people who have had an amputated limb. And when they go swimming, they throw off their arm or throw off their leg. And so all on the bank of a lake would be arms and legs. And the kids are all in the pool swimming. And, they're just having a great time and not thinking anything of the fact that, there's their leg over there with their crazy sock on it.
I have gotten to the point where it's I'm not scared to show my scar and I'm not scared to talk about my heart defect. It's actually something that I've really grown to love about myself. And so being around people who experience those same things, I've gotten so much more confident in talking to people about it.
What one of the young men said, I remember this day, is he said, I'm actually grateful I had cancer because it brought me camp.
I think for an adult who thought, I'm going to go help the kids and I'm going to go to camp and be their mentor and we're going to all manage our diabetes together, the truth is they taught me more than I ever could have taught them.
A lot of people have a certain idea of what a disability is. They think it's the most extreme case of whatever, to never assume that, I feel is the main thing. You never know what a kid with a certain condition might be able to do.
Sadly, we've lost campers. We've lost staff members to illnesses. But at camp, the joy of both those individuals and the community that was built really live on. And having people come back year after year after year, everybody seems to have a sense of home.
They come home to camp because they want to be a role model, but they also want to reconnect with the culture and maybe the chiseled name in the tree that they wrote when they were 10. So it really is a lifelong community that we're creating, and then we're also embedding these leaders and change agents into the broader world.
If there wasn't a Camp Twin Lakes, I don't know if I'd be the same Ayana. I feel like camp has really played like a pivotal role in my personality, in my confidence, in my belief in myself.
Every child needs a community. Every child needs to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And camp is a great way to do that, but so many of these other programs that you all work with and advocate for, are doing it every day. And it requires everybody to lean in and not lean out. It truly takes a village, and we're very lucky to have an incredible village.
They are still kids. They still leave their wet bathing suit on their bed, or they maybe will only eat peanut butter and carrot sticks. It's just a kind of place where you hope that people leave better than they came, and they also change the community that they're within.
I've been a part of camp since I was 10 years old, and I'm 21 now. I don't know, I feel like I'll never ever leave camp, no matter what the future holds for me, I'll always circle back.